आनंदमयी चैतन्यमयी सत्यमयी परमे ओं Sri Aurobindo Mira is my refuge. Vande Mataram, Namaste, good morning, welcome all of you. Today we are going to discuss in brief, of course, a beautiful topic, that is beauty is his footprint. Beauty is his footprint showing us where he has passed. On the divine, we are going to discuss the beautiful topic. The topic of discussion for today is on beauty is his footprint. The entire sentence will come like this: the beauty is his footprint showing us where he has passed. Everywhere we see things, we feel very beautiful. It keeps us very much safe. We feel enchanted. We feel delighted to see the things. So many things are there. These are actually delightful, beautiful to our eyes. You can remember a sentence from John Keats: beauty does not lie in the object, it is in the not in the it is in the observer's eye. So I will quote it again: beauty does not stay in the object itself, but in the observer's eye. So the observer, in his eyes, he can be used to, he is able to visualize the thing. He feels it is good for me, it is beautiful for me. To some it is this vast sea is beautiful, vast sky is beautiful. To some this rose is beautiful, forest is beautiful, anything he feels it is beautiful. To other things also, this grass flower, this simplest insect, so these are also useful and beautiful. So it does not, the beauty really does not lie in the object, of course. It is in the observer's eye, how he is observing and how he is taking the concept like this. Anyway, today we are going to discuss the topic on beauty is his footprint showing us where he has passed. The topic of this spiritual discussion is on beauty is his footprint. His means it is the indicates the divine's of course divine's footprint. So, couple of lines will discussion from Savitri, of course, by Sri Aurobindo. His magnum opus, the legend and symbol, the greatest epic, and the biggest epic, of course, in English literature, from Savitri. We will try to quote few sentences. Sri Aurobindo quotes here: "Thus we draw near to the all wonderful. Thus we draw near to the all wonderful. All and wonderful, all are capital letters. A and W are capital letters. All wonderful. That chamatkari, that all wonderful, we draw near. Following his rapture in things." Then again he repeats. Sri Aurobindo, initially we have quoted John Keats, here also Sri Aurobindo quotes here in his glorious understanding, to his clarity of understanding, with the glorious lines Sri Aurobindo quotes here: "Following his rapture in things, we have come to the draw near to the all wonderful." What is the track? What is the method? What is the way? Following the rapture in things, that is the way. Rapture in things as a sign and a guide. This rapture of things, this delight, this beauty, this is the track as our sign and a guide. Then Sri Aurobindo quotes the topic of discussion what we have taken today: beauty is his footprint showing us where he has passed. What you feel beautiful, the sadhak feels, or ordinary people, they feel beautiful. That is actually, it is the divine step. It indicates that with these steps, with this material, with this path, this God has passed. So where he has passed, beauty is his footprint. This beautiful orchard and all we have seen, the God is passing. So likely we have seen when Vidyapati was going for the quest of Lord Jagannath. So he was actually, his eyes were bound, tagged by a piece of cotton. So when he was going, actually there was some mustards inside with him, and he was drawing on the floor, so that after some time, when it was acclimatized, when the rainy season came, so these mustard seeds what was falling on the ground, it was gradually sprouted. So green, that yellow flower was there, and indicating this road that he has gone, and he went again and found the true place of that cave where the Lord was being manifested. He was actually staying situated there. So this is the thing, that this strike like this, when as Vishwapati, Vidyapati found the way through these mustard seeds after they are blossoming, after getting flowers up, it actually sprouts and brings the tree and bears the flowers and all. So like this, how we will go find the divine, how, what is the track, what is the sign, what is the guide. This beauty is his footprint. So following this beauty, we can go and find the divine where he has passed. So love, then this we are second, after this beauty comes the second term, that is love. Of course it is divine love, not human love. Human love is a perverse, is packed with perversion, achievement, ignorance, passion, so many things. But here what we are speaking of, it is only the divine love, love of the divine. Love is its heartbeat's rhythm in mortal breasts. How can we observe the love? So you are not the human love or any perverted this earthly love where we are staying. The love, it is told as the divine love is his heartbeat's rhythm. It is the rhythm of his heartbeats, that is love. How can we under in the mortal breast, that is felt in the mortal breast? He is in the heartbeats of rhythm of the heartbeats, that is felt in the mortal breast, that is love. Then after beauty and love, third word, third thing, the most essential thing is coming happiness, that we always aspire for in the material life. Of course in the spiritual life there is also another happiness, that is divine happiness. So happiness is the smile upon his adorable face. Happiness in normal condition, we see our pleasure, our wealth, our happiness, so many things in a confined human sphere. But here the divine happiness is what we will understand. It is the smile on his adorable face. His face is really adorable, and when with this in his adorable face, in his face that is adorable, in his adorable face, in a one single concept. So we the smile, what the smile is there when we are feeling that smile is happiness for us. Then Sri Aurobindo quotes, a communion of the spiritual entities. So communion of the spiritual entities, these are the entities, all these are the indication of the divine purity and the divine love, divine happiness, everything is there, divine beauty. And genius of creative immanence makes all creation deeply intimate. A genius of creative emanation is capital I. So makes all creation deeply inanimate. Then Sri Aurobindo quotes of the fourth dimension, of course, Sri Aurobindo. 1D, 2D, 3D we have seen. Single dimension, multi-dimensional, two-dimensional, three-dimensional we have seen. Even movies also we have seen on third dimension, we up to third dimension gone. Sri Aurobindo quotes in Savitri the dimension of the fourth state, the fourth dimension, 4D Sri Aurobindo quotes of. And it is the fourth dimension of aesthetic sense, where all is in ourselves, ourselves in all. See the beautiful quotes here, where all is in ourselves, ourselves in all. Everything is there in us, we are in all, and everything is ourselves. The example can be taken when Mata Jasoda, the mother Jasoda was there. He found Krishna is taking some muddy things, some earth, some one pellet he ate up. So mother actually he got terrified, went there. Sri Krishna was running, she was pursuing, and after getting, she tried to bring out this pellet, that earthly substance, that stain, that muddy pellet actually. Then when he actually opened his door, he found the entire world is there inside Krishna's mouth, inside Krishna. So this was the Vishwarupa Darsana we have seen. And another Vishwarupa also we have seen when in the Mahabharata, where Arjuna saw, that description is beautiful description is given in the Gita, that Gita Jnana and all we have seen initially. So it's here in the quotes here, the fourth dimension of aesthetic sense, where all is in ourselves, ourselves in all is in ourselves, inside us, everything is there, and we are inside all we ourselves in all. A kindling rupture to the This is fourth dimension. To the cosmic wideness realigns our souls. To this cosmic wideness, cosmic and wideness realigns our souls. A kindling rapture joins the seer and the sin. Just imagine, seer and the sin, 2 points, two aspects. So how they are joined, how they will be connected. A kindling rapture, and that is a kindling. Not it is in secret position, obscure or darkened. A kindling rapture joins the seer and sin. Then the craftsman and the craft grown inly one. After this seer and sin, seer in the course here, the craftsman and the craft. What happened? They grow inly one but inly, and achieve perfection by the magic throb and the passion of their close identity. So, Sri Aurobindo quoted, first initially seer and sin, then craftsman and the craft grow inly one. Then after getting inly one, getting united, what happened? The next step, what we are going, what is the outcome? Achieve perfection by the magic throb of the heart, divine. That already we have seen that throb is we have seen. Love is the heartbeat's rhythm in mortal breast. Happiness is the smile upon his adorable face. Beauty is his footprint showing us where he has passed. Anyway, the love is the his heartbeat's rhythm in mortal breasts. So achieve perfection by just magic throb. That throb is really magic, and we achieve perfection by that throb. And passion of their close identity, magic throb and close identity, knowledge by identity we have seen, know by identity, that phrase also we have seen. Here also that close identity, passion of their close identity. From there we achieve the perfection and achieve perfection. Then Sri Aurobindo quotes again, all that we slowly piece from gathered parts, slowly piece from the gathered parts, or by long labor stumblingly evolve, is their self born by its eternal light. Beautiful, beautiful. Is their self born by the eternal light. What actually here we see, we gather, and the pieces and the long labor of stumbling evolution, of course he is speaking, stumblingly evolve, is their self born by its eternal right. It has the right and eternal right, it is self born. In us too the intuitive fire can burn. There is not a, of course can be born, of course it will burn. There is a definiteness, there is a chance, and we have to do it. In us too the intuitive fire, the fire, psychic fire, we have seen that another here in the course, another term, intuitive fire can burn. An agent light, after this fire is born, spiritual lights here in the course again, an agent light, it is coiled in our folded hearts. Our hearts are folded, it is folded and coiled, two uses terms, two terms. An agent light, it is coiled in our folded hearts. On the celestial levels is the home. Where is its home? On the celestial levels, on this, not on this earthly limited peripheries, or here in this obscurity. It is the celestial levels is its home. Descending from the celestial heights, from that level it has to descend, and descending, what it will do? It can bring the heavens here. So we need not, of course, in quest for the heaven here and there, or we have to wheel up for the quest. So this celestial level, the agent light, it is in the coiled, in the folded hearts. On the celestial levels is its heart. It has to descend. And after descending, it can bring the close heavens here. And but rarely burns that flame nor burns for long. But this burning is very limited for a very short time. Not long for it burns. The joy it calls from those diviner heights. The joy is called from the diviner heights. Brings its magnificent reminiscences. This joy comes from the up, and this hope and this light also all come from help for the manifestation, for the bringing of the heaven here. And high splendid glimpses of interpreting thought that is interpreting. So high splendid glimpses only will be seen. It will come, but not the utter vision and the delight. Not the utter vision of delight, but splendid glimpses of interpreting thought, it will come down. So why? There is a veil. We are unable to piece that, cut that veil. A veil is kept, something is still held back. It has to come, it has to be manifested, it must be secret, it must not be secret, it will has to come to the fore, it must be revealed. But something, a veil, for this veil, something is still held back. And lest captive of the beauty and the joy, that beauty, that joy, that happiness, already we have discussed, our souls forget to climb to the highest to aspire. We are aspiring, but actually we are forget for that veil, for this obscurity. Our souls forget to the highest to aspire. This is the limitation. Anyway, we have to surpass it. Vande Mataram.